La 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 la. Mm. Mm.
The sickly scion's petite wife is sweet and cool. Chapter 85, Coming to the Arena Again.
The sickly scion's petite wife is sweet and cool. Chapter 85, Coming to the Arena Again. Previous chapter. Next chapter. Play. Volume 00:00/00:44. Trivet. Full screen. Chapter 85, Coming to the Arena Again. It was mainly because Shen Yujia was petite and stood out among the men. It was difficult not to recognize her. At this moment, there were people fighting in all three arenas, so Shen Yujia could only wait for her turn. From time to time there were shouts and cheers from the crowd. Shen Yujia watched for a while and her attention was drawn to one of the fighters in the arena. The young man looked even smaller than Bruiser. He was thin and weak, but his opponent was a burly man. The young man was clearly no match for the burly man. He was beaten until he was covered in blood. However, he still refused to admit defeat and got up again and again. There was a murmur among the crowd. Why is that kid from the Lin family here again? That's right. He really doesn't want to live anymore. He can't win and still wants to fight. He'll definitely be thrown out later. I heard that his family offended Feng Laolio of our town. His parents are dead, and he's left with a sickly girl. Everyone is afraid of offending Feng Laolio, so no one dares to hire him. In order to buy medicine for the girl, he can only come here. His fight was treated like a warm-up match. Even if he lost a battle, he would still get 100 coins. When the people in the stands saw this bloody scene, they all boiled up and shouted, "Get up again!" The air was filled with the metallic smell of blood. Shen Yujia wrinkled her nose. She watched as the young man stared fiercely at the burly man. Just like a wold cub. He got up again and again, and Shen Yujia felt as if she was seeing her younger self back in the mental hospital. Shen Yujia frowned and turned away. When Shen Yujia went on stage, she was seemingly affected by what she had seen. This time, Shen Yujia did not hold back at all. Her attacks were fast and ruthless. After 10 rounds, no one dared to fight again. When Manager Feng saw this scene, he asked if they wanted to arrange for slaves to fight. Shen Yujia refused without thinking. She was inexplicably repulsed by slaves. She won 100 taels of silver from fighting and Bruiser bet nearly 300 taels of silver on the fights. Shen Yujia stopped decisively. Bruiser used the money Shen Yujia gave him as capital to earn 20 taels of silver. He refused to take money from Shen Yujia again. Shen Yujia could only give up. She shook off the stalker and changed back into her female clothes. She touched the wooden hairpin on her head. Realizing that she had not bought a gift for her family, she went to buy many things. In addition to the thin cotton cloth that was to be used to make 2 sets of clothes for each of the family members, Shen Yujia also specially chose a small navy blue brocade, planning to make a pouch for Song Jing Chen later. She bought a gold hairpin for Madame Ling. She didn't know which one to choose, so she just chose the heavy one. She also saw a jade hairpin that would suit Song Jing Chen well, so she bought it. It was a joy to choose these gifts, but when it came to paying, my hands hurt. I wonder if I can pawn these if I run out of money in the future, she thought. Bruiser was impressed. She was indeed his boss. As her underling, he felt that he could not embarrass himself. He reluctantly spent 1 tael of silver to buy a silver hairpin for Widow Wan. Shen Yujia was speechless. Fortunately, Brother Hao and Sister Huan were still young. Shen Yujia thoughtfully bought a notebook for each of them. It was as if one could hear Brother Hao and Sister Huan saying, "Sister-in-law, we don't need a gift." Finally, she went to the rice shop to buy a few bags of rice. She spent nearly 15 taels of silver in total, and most of it was spent on Song Jingchen's jade hairpin. It cost 8 taels of silver. According to the shopkeeper, it was the treasure of their shop. Shen Yujia thought to herself that it was expensive to take care of a beautiful husband. While she was happily shopping, the people who were supposed to tail her returned to the underground arena. However, they had to suffer. Useless things. How did you lose a person? Do you think I raised you for nothing? This is the second time this happened. Manager Feng stomped his feet in anger. If you find any errors, broken links, non-standard content, etc., please let us know so we can fix it as soon as possible. Previous chapter. Next chapter. Report chapter. Tip: you can use left, right, 8, happened. Manage. The sickly scion's petite wife is sweet and cool. Chapter 86, meeting again. The sickly scion's petite wife is sweet and cool. Chapter 86, meeting again. Previous chapter. Next chapter. Chapter 86, meeting again. The man who was beaten covered his numb cheek and explained, "We really tried our best. Those two brats were so slippery that they disappeared the moment they left our arena." "That's right, Manager Fen. There's nothing we can do." Manager Fen was furious. A fierce glint appeared in his shrewd eyes. "You're still making excuses? Men, drag these useless things out and feed them to the dogs." As soon as he finished speaking, a few burly men immediately came in and picked them up. "Manager Fen, please spare us. Please give us another chance," the three of them begged for mercy, but before they could finish their words, they were gagged and dragged out. Soon there were terrified screams from outside. Manager Feng closed his eyes and took a deep breath. He suddenly sneered. "I don't believe that kid can disappear just like that." At this moment, an enchanting woman walked in, poured a cup of tea, and handed it over. "He's just a brat who hasn't even hit puberty. Why are you so angry? Even without him, you can just find someone else." "It's all because Master is pressuring me to find him." A rare premium product came by, but it slipped away from our hands several times. Thinking of something, Manager Feng asked, "How's the matter with sixth brother?" "That little girl is about to die of illness. That kid is only able to earn money from our arena now. I reckon he won't be able to hold on much longer. At that time, Master will give him a little more money. Perhaps he will be grateful enough to hand over the item." After saying that, the enchanting woman chuckled. Manager Feng smiled in satisfaction and pulled her into his arms. He instructed, "Get someone to pay attention, don't kill him by accident. Also, keep a close eye on the kid. That thing is something that Master specifically asked for. There can't be any mistakes." Shen Yujia walked around and stuffed the carriage full before asking Bruiser to drive the carriage to the only pharmacy in town. She walked in alone. She thought that she could buy whatever she wanted with money, but she did not expect that there was no stock in the medicine shop at all. There were 2 ginsengs, but it was obvious that they were not of high quality. She asked for the price of 2 ginsengs, which was 30 taels of silver. There was no lingzi. What Shen Yujia did not know was that in a poor place like Xingping Town, ordinary people could not afford these things. Even if there were high-quality goods, those would be sent directly to the rich families in town. The pharmacy would only have 1 or 2 bottles in case of an emergency. Shen Yujia had no choice but to spend 30 taels of silver. She was about to leave when she